Earlier, you mentioned the self of the collective consciousness, I think, or something like that. I just wanted to hear more about that, more about work that when you said that, I kind of thought of I have a special demographic that I kind of belong to. And it's a group that's been marginalized and has like a lot of collective trauma. And sometimes when I'm in sessions, I hear them say things that are very clearly like a blueprint in the collective, and I feel it in me too. And I guess I'm just wanting to hear guidance about how to work with all that.
Okay, what do you want to say to this? They said this when you said it, and they're saying it again. They're saying, pluck it up. Okay, what do you mean by pluck it up? It's like they're showing it kind of in the air. They're talking about it standing out, and they're saying, pluck it up. Explore that. Explore that with your client, explore that within yourself. They're talking about collective. What do you want to say with this? Collective burdens, collective energies. They're talking about, so sometimes there are ones that pop up that are beautiful, positive. There's a lot, like a lot of self energy in it. Note that, name that, commend it, give it gratitude, bring awareness to it. And then they're talking about the ones that are held heavily, 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 heavily. They're showing it in a kind, like a couple of different ways, but like a weight on the shoulder, like a weight on the mind of this is how I must see this, and this is how I must do this. They're just talking about the ones that are burdens. And they're saying whether it's clear or not. It, like, if it's not clear, you can explore it to discover if it's a burden or not. Okay, and they're talking about the burdened ones. What do you want to say to this? They're saying it can be released in a way that benefits the collective. They're saying you can ask in your own reading beforehand, if I run into one of these with this client today, how can it be released in a way that is most beneficial to all? To all, to all, to all. And when they're saying that, they're saying to myself too. So it's like to you too, to they're saying the collective of humanity. And they're saying you will be given whatever way suits that, or say this again, that day, that client, that burden, whatever way suits it. And they're saying if you don't want to ask or you forget to ask, or for whatever reason it doesn't come up, or anyone who's listening that doesn't use this method, this modality of the Akashic Records or another way of asking, they're saying when you run into one of these, just check into your heart. What feels right to me to do here, to guide here? Okay, what are you saying with this? You're saying like check in with what feels right in your heart for you and your client. They're saying because if your client is releasing and you are holding something similar that also feels good to release, like you can release your own as your client is releasing theirs. And they're just saying check in here, check in with your heart. What feels right? And guide it that way. Okay, they're pausing there.